Reaching the pinnacle of progress while walking on the right path and facing troubles while walking on the wrong one, such fact that the sooner it is understood, the better it is. Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya. Book name Anachar se kaise nipte? How to deal with undesirable attributes and malpractices. Book introduction. Philosophers and psychologists have been continuously discussing the importance of discipline and self-control for ages now. Plato argued that human experience is a constant struggle between desires and rationality, and to achieve our ideal form, self-control is an absolute necessity. Similarly, Freud observed that the essence of civilized life is nothing but self-control. Darwin also discussed in his book Descent of a Man in detail the nature of the evidence bearing on the origin of humankind and homologous structure in humans and lower forms. According to the popular view, we get a human life after traveling through multiple lower evolutionary stages or life forms. Based on successful progress, we were rewarded with this ultimate form of being, that is, human life. But do we always behave like humans? Unfortunately, just having a human form does not guarantee that we will automatically start behaving like one. The remains and records from our previous lives we have traveled through are present and available within us, and take control when they find a fertile environment, explaining a lot of acts of barbarism that we have witnessed in the past. A question also arises how somebody can commit such barbaric acts when at the same time one notices geniuses and righteous human beings too. What critical elements creates this difference that allows humans to be either evil or kind? A good start is half the battle won. Half of our job was done when we were gifted with this ultimate life form as human beings, a well-structured body and an excellent functioning brain. Using these two, we are expected to reach the pinnacle in our lives. While we have witnessed both the crest and trough of human behavior in our history, it is not very difficult to understand that both the ways are possible depending upon how we train ourselves and to whom do we want to cater. Given the times we live in, there is an abundance of knowledge or means to acquire any skill. It is now purely a game of self-discipline and training ourselves. If we become the slaves of our desires and only cater to worldly pleasures, it won't take much time to fall to the lowest point one can go. And if we go the other direction, the pinnacle of humanity is the limit. Scientific studies have shown the positive effects that come by possessing self-discipline. Examples show that people with higher levels of self-control eat healthier, are less likely to engage in substance abuse, perform better at school and build a high-quality friendship. At work, leaders with higher levels of self-control display a more effective leadership style. They are more likely to inspire and intellectually challenge their followers instead of being abusive or micromanaging. On the contrary, low self-control is consistently linked to bad erratic experiences at workplace, deviant behavior, decreased pro-social behavior, reduced job performance, and negative leadership style, just to quote a few examples. Glad to present a book that throws light on this very useful subject. Few excerpts from the book. A gardener takes care of the garden by trimming trees and plants, watering them on time, providing manure and taking care of them, protecting them from animals and birds. Only then an environment is created in which the garden flourishes with a panoramic view, converting the hard work and labor in the form of fruits, and profit. If such endeavors are not made, the same plants become wild. The difference between a well-cultured garden and an untidy shrubbery is comparable with those who cannot remove the veil of their animal instincts and cannot adapt themselves to the framework of a human-friendly code of conduct. The nature of water is to fall downwards. Generally, the thoughts and efforts of most people can be seen drifting towards this downward direction. Most people can be seen buried in the mud of lust, craving, and ego. They do not understand anything other than greed, attachment, and covetousness. They have neither the conscience nor the courage to think or do anything other than reproducing. In such a condition, those who start flowing thus also get involved in the same activities in which ordinary people are seen. This is called the effect of environment. Increasing expenditure in the guise of luxury and elegance can push anyone to corruption. Limited and necessary expenses can be met, but to meet extraordinary expenses, corrupt methods are seen to be adopted by many in their daily lives. Few topics covered in the book: how to cut the roots of undesirability, how to cut the poison tree of undesirable attributes as it starts to grow, how do the vices breed, prevention in time, why is resistance essential, prevention and resistance both, do not run away but rather fight it out.